Hi all, welcome back to the Sprucegate Modeling. Today will be a kit review of the Dragon M1A1HA Abrams with Tank Crew. I've used a Edouard detail upset photo etch on this as well to make up for the details. And we'll start off with the instructions here, really simple, just paint colors, stuff like that, before moving on to the first step. The first step is assembly of the rear plate. That middle box there is only for use on minesweeping tanks in the Gulf War. Here you can see I'm not using it because my tank is not a minesweeping tank, and even a lot of those didn't actually have it on. And after the Gulf War, forget it, those were never used again. Pretty decent detail there. All right, here you can see the second step, partial interior for the driver's compartment. Pretty heavy photo etch on this, although it still doesn't look great. Here's one of the road wheels, really heavy ejection pin marks, and honestly not great detail on this. You really got to do that well too. Alright, so here's a bit of painting. I'm not going to get into painting this video. That'll be another video. But I'm just showing a pretty basic, weathering thing for the lower hull. Most of this won't be seen. This is just a sand color with a black wash over it for the base color. And then some dark brown chipping with a brush. You can do this with a sponge. I'm just experimenting right now, seeing what I might want to do on the upper hull. I'm also going to add some dust-colored pigments pretty heavily, get them into all the nooks and crannies, and then I'm going to remove most of them, just blowing on it or with some thinner. So yeah, there you can see that just about done. Going to remove a little bit more of that, though. But yeah, grind it in there for this. And this won't be done as heavily on the upper hull, which is what I'm going to be showing the painting video, which is why I've elected to show it here. Time for the tracks. I hate these tracks. These tracks are awful. Here you can see them on the sprue. Look at those ejection pin marks, look at the flash. They kind of warp when you try to take them off. It's not great. You got to do a bunch of links like this. There's some straight runs which helps, but I did not, these took so much time. So much time. I just painted them dark brown and then black and a metallic highlight, black on the pads for rubber, and then moved on to the upper hull because it should be more fun. This is where the photo etch gets really heavy. This is just the front. Here you can see a bit of wire and some filler. That fender was not accurate without being filled at all, which is why I did it. Here you've got the rear grills. Don't really have to sand anything off there, which is that's thankful. It would be hard to get those, but that actually looks pretty good. And I would definitely suggest getting the photo etch. Here, the rear hull, you just replace a whole bunch of the panels, the grill panels, as well as the handles with photo etch. This is pretty time consuming, but it does add some better character. And here you can actually see the really nice texture well molded on. Here is the complete upper hull, some photo etch. I know that it looks ugly with all of the filler stains and super glue stains, but once painted up, you won't even really notice. And there you go. You can see that I have closed it up, in fact. And there are the two put together. All right, time to move on to the turret. First is just assembly of a bunch of sub-assemblies, cupola, hatches, smoke launchers, and of course, the bustle rack. This kit's bustle rack is infamous for its complexity, and it's not fun to assemble. Though I will say it doesn't really look awful when it's done, especially with that added photo etch. Here are the, I think those are the smoke grenade boxes. And there are optional smoke grenade launchers. I think that's actually the Marine version. I'm going for an Army tank, so I didn't do it. And here you can see the turret side holds on to the bustle rack. Some photo etch on those as well. Really adds the detail, those straps. I'm not doing the turret partial interior because it's not that accurate. Takes a long time. There's so much photo etch for it in the set, I'm not even going to show you. And yeah, we're going to go on to step 8. Didn't seem worth it. All right, so this is basically just attach those sub-assemblies. You aren't necessarily supposed to put the hatches on yet, but I did. You can see that actually looks pretty nice. This is after I attached the machine gun ring as well. And now it's on to this next part. This is basically just where I attached the gun as well as the tow ropes, which actually have a surprising amount of photo etch on them for something you're not really going to see, as well as, thankfully, a photo etch replacement for the coax barrel, which was not great. Here you can see this mostly done, although I haven't had the coax barrel or some stuff yet. And here you can see it all done this step, ready to get some more stuff put on, it actually looks really nice. This turret actually looks really nice. I know some people have said that it doesn't, but I disagree with them. All right, so here are the machine guns. Lots of photo etch for the machine guns. The 50 cal looks beautiful when done, as you can see here. I didn't do a great job bending some of the photo etch, but I really like it. Here you can see it's, I think the 30 cal. Sorry for the finger in the picture, but again, pretty nice photo etch box. And then you put it all together. I'm going to get into some more detail on the detail of the kit right now. The gun, plastic as it is actually rather nice. Good surface texture, detail. Just looks rather nice. There wasn't feeling necessary around the manlet though. Um, the turret and the general shape of the tank are pretty good. The APU, as you can see on the back of the hull there, needs some work. But overall, I would not recommend this kit. Um, it's a lot of flash, a lot of work, not a whole ton of payoff. There's newer kits on the market that are a lot nicer. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.